Looking for the best Micro-ATX cases? We've got you covered. In this list, we've rounded up the top picks that combine great cooling, sleek designs, and practical features, perfect for anyone building a compact yet powerful PC. Let's explore the best options for your next build. Number 5. The Cooler Master Q300. LV2 is a follow-up to the popular Masterbox Q300L, and it brings a few important updates. One of the standout features is the Type-C connector, which is a big plus if you're looking for this port. If you don't want to go for the more common Thermaltake Versa H17, this could be a great alternative, especially if Type-C is a must-have for you. This case supports powerful hardware, with room for GPUs up to 360mm, and can accommodate standard ATX power supplies. However, when it comes to cooling, it's a bit more limited. The largest radiator you can install is at 240mm, and there's space for up to 5 120mm fans or 2 140mm fans. It also comes with a good dust filter and plenty of cable management space under the motherboard. While the Q300LV2 is a solid case, its fan support is only average, and there aren't dedicated slots for SSDs or HDDs. You can still install them in a location of your choice. Overall, if the Type-C port is crucial for you, the Cooler Master Q300LV2 is a great option in this price range. Number 4. Thermaltake Versa H17. A simple yet powerful case. Smaller cases can sometimes be tricky to cool, especially if you're trying to keep costs low, but the Thermaltake Versa H17 stands out as an affordable option that gets the job done. This case is sleek, quiet, and understated, making it a great choice for anyone who wants solid performance without the flashy look. Whether you're using air or liquid cooling, the Versa H17 works well without needing to show off. It comes with a 120mm fan pre-installed in the rear and offers space to install 3 120mm fans or 2 140mm fans in the front. If you want to boost airflow even more, you can add a 120mm or 140mm fan at the top. For liquid cooling enthusiasts, it supports a 280mm radiator in the front and a 120mm radiator in the rear. The Versa H17 features hidden drive bays that keep things neat while still allowing you to install two 2.5-inch drives and two 3.5-inch drives. This makes cable management much easier. The front panel is conveniently placed at the top with USB 3.0, USB 2.0, and separate microphone and headset jacks for easy access. While it doesn't have a Type-C port, the Versa H17 is compatible with both Micro-ATX and Mini-ATX motherboards, giving you great flexibility. If you're looking for a simple, reliable case with good cooling options, the Thermaltake Versa H17 is definitely worth considering. Number 3. We've got the Lian Lancool 205mm mesh. I just couldn't make a list of PC cases without a Lian showing up somewhere, and this one I have here is the younger sibling of the Lancool 205C, which is the ATX mid version. Now the 205C does have a few advantages, but the Micro-ATX version, the 205mm mesh, holds its own. And it does that for one main reason: RGB. Yes, this is our obligatory RGB entry on the list. Some might love it, some might hate it, but you've got to admit this case looks slick. You get 2 pre-installed 140mm ARG fans in the front, and there's room for 3 more 120mm fans if you want to go all out, but this case has more to offer than just looks. You've got plenty of space to fit just about any GPU you can find, up to 375mm, and it can handle ATX power supplies up to 180mm, and CPU coolers up to 160mm. You can also mount a 240mm radiator either on the top or in the front of the case, and you get those extra SSD and HDD slots that we always appreciate, and it wouldn't be a mesh case if it didn't have a front mesh panel, plus 2 dust filters. Now here we go again, we are hit by the lack of Type-C port epidemic once more, and you do miss out on the third pre-installed RGB fan that comes with the bigger 205C, but hey, we have the pretty lights to console us, so it's still safe to say that if you're after a max case that looks really good, has a good amount of space, and has the trust of Lian, then the Lancool 205mm mesh is surely a worthy choice. Number 2. We've got the Thermal Tower 300. Now Thermaltake Tower series has always had a very distinct design. You either love it or you hate it, but the Tower 300 actually breaks the mold a bit, and instead of a traditional box shape, It's got this unique front panel cut that gives you a great panoramic view into the case. Here's the thing though, this design also allows the Tower 300 to be laid down effortlessly. How cool is that? Be sure though, you'll need a good amount of space for that maneuver, but if that's not possible, you could also buy Thermaltake chassis stand kit to try it out, and another extra you can buy is a small LCD monitor that can display your PC temps, act as a clock, or even show the weather, which is pretty neat. Now honestly, for a Micro-ATX case, the Thermaltake Tower 300 is big, I mean really big, so laying it down on its side will be a bit of a spatial challenge, but that big size has its benefits. For example, you can fit up to a 420mm radiator, and it can fit up to 6 140mm fans, in addition to the 2 pre-installed ones, so it really prioritizes great airflow. You also get all the connections up front, including a Type-C connector, yep finally, and it's got pretty well thought out cutouts for managing the cable tangles with ease. But here's the catch, Thermal decided for some reason that you don't need immediate access to your motherboard's I/O panel, so they locked it inside the case, so you have to either open the front glass panel or the top of the case to reach it. Which is honestly a bit baffling. The thing is, everything else about this case is so fun, cool, and convenient, that this one issue just sticks out. So if you don't mind the I/O panel situation, and the slightly higher price tag, you're looking at something unique with a lot of cooling potential, and here it is, our number 1. Pick the Asus Prime AP21. We know PC cases don't usually generate a lot of hype, but this one got pretty close, and for good reason. It has everything a case should have, without any unnecessary fluff. Think about it, you've got toolless mesh panels on all 4 sides, and support for up to 6 fans, so you know your PC is going to get all the air it needs. The 33L footprint may not be huge, but it really makes the most of that space. It's built to support PUS up to 338mm, and radiators up to 360mm, as well as standard ATX-sized power supplies, so you've got lots of room to build what you want. Then there are some of the extras that really make it great. You get space for HDDs, a dedicated SSD slot, and several USB connections, including that Type-C connector that we've all been craving. Plus there's some hidden space to make your cable management less of a nightmare. When it comes to looks, the Asus Prime AP21 has a really clean design, and it relies on this simple but satisfying mesh for its aesthetic. Sure, some might find it a bit boring, but if you prefer the simple and effective approach, then you're going to love this one. If not, you've also got the option of tempered glass side panels, which are available in both black and white. The only downside is that it can gather dust easily, but if that concerns you only a little, the AP21 is a fantastic, well-designed case. If you're looking for a great Max case that has great performance, and isn't needlessly flashy, thanks for watching. If you want more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Also press the bell icon for instant notification, so that you never miss a video from